Hi, I'm Sarah Davies, the Vice President of Development and Production at Discovery Networks International, and I'm here with Rob Greenfield, who is the star of possibly the funniest episode of Tethered, when he was tethered to the absolutely charismatic and very funny South African Kevin du Toit. So before you got there, who did you think you were going to be tethered to?
Well, judging by any other shows I had seen in the past, I assumed I would be with a very attractive lady. And I just figured that way men and women would be able to relate to the characters, so I figured man and a woman. So I was pretty certain that it was going to be a pretty lady.
So what did you feel when you turned up for the first time when you saw Kevin?
Well, Kevin came rolling up on the fan boat.
Yes.
And
he was very excited by the fan boat. He
did
a lot of clapping. Yeah.
Yep. And I saw him and I was looking on the fan boat. I was like, where's the contestant? I don't see any. And then I see this guy rolling up. He's got his leg crossed. He's got his shirt over his, tied over his neck. And my instant thought is, they're playing a prank on me. This can't actually be my partner.
Was he shocked that, they didn't turn up with burgers halfway through and have like Winnebagos? I got the feeling when I looked at him in the rushes, and I have to be honest, it was actually very, very hard to watch this show in the edit because it was so funny. There just seemed to be a lot of him sort of wandering around as if someone was going to come up and tell him it's
really?
okay
you can
now.
See that?
Yeah, he looked really baffled by it all.
See, he was baffled when we had the conversation. I never saw that.
Yeah.
But he told me even 1 hour in, we had to cross this long swamp. It was maybe a mile of waist deep walking.
Oh, I remember it.
10 minutes in, where's the boat to pick us up? He's like, we're being filmed.
I know.
And he's like, why aren't they picking us up?
Rob, seriously, come now.
Gotta cross this, we have no choice.
Hey, I want to be in here. Let's find another way to get the out of this swamp so I can go home.
Talking about him being scared, because those were some of the funniest moments in the show. Have you got do you remember one day or one incident where you were laughing about the kind of the madness of it all? Is there anything that comes to mind where you think, everybody was laughing at what he was doing, or just the scenario that you were in?
The time that he drank his pee, that was pretty hilarious.
Yeah, but you kind of tricked him into that.
I didn't trick him into it.
You said it would be a good idea, and everybody watching was like, that's about the worst thing you can do right now.
I was a little spacey from the mosquito bites in the mud.
You set him up.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't really a setup.
It was
I
funny.
thought he was going to be able to handle it.
Oh, good
to me, I didn't think it was that big of a deal.
I
thought he would be able to take it down. And I thought I'd like to wet his whistle. I thought it was a good idea. So that, and then when the gator basically charged him, that was hysterical.
He genuinely does seem to be scared of pretty much everything that he came into contact with.
Yes, but the amazing thing was that he didn't let that fear take him over. He basically did everything that I asked him to do. He said many times, I'll try everything once. That it was extremely hard, and there were things that I kept forgetting because even though I was definitely prepared going into it, I forgot a lot of the things that I had prepared for when we were getting destroyed by mosquitoes and we had no light to see the first night and it was dark.
Yeah.
He's the one who remembered to put mud on our faces. He's the one that realized we should use my shoe to put water in to purify it.
Yeah.
So he actually picked up the slack a lot of times.
Yeah.
And I was really impressed by that. Somehow he managed to do that.
If we ever did a series 2 and you got a chance to speak to the competitors, the people that were doing it before they went into this mad kind of like world, what would you say to them about how to deal with being tethered and how to deal with being cast as someone who's probably very opposite to you?
I would say maybe before you go on the show, find some people like that and spend some time with them so you can practice being patient. Maybe hang out with someone you really don't like for a day and make it a goal to get along with them and not yell at them.
Yeah. Well, we're really impressed. Thank you very much for putting up with this, Heather, and for making Kevin stick it out for as long as you did. It's a brilliant episode, and we're really, really grateful.
Well, Kevin taught me as much as I taught him, so...
We must tell him that.